Alright, so I think I have the melted suet, which we'll call now tallow, all ready to go and cool down enough to transfer. Um, right now, these are different vessels that you can transfer into. Oyster shells, clam shells work as well to make cool little candles for the tallow. This one here I made and fired from a locally excavated construction site, and it fired up real nicely. And I took some of my daughter's clear glitter fingernail polish and put it around the rim here. Valentine's Day is in a few days, next week, and one could make something like this or find a vessel and put some tallow that one has made or harvested. And then what you would do is you'd stick a wick in, which would be a wick like this, or a cotton wick. And this is some dogbane. This is some dogbane that I've harvested and made and twisted. But you know, I'm not gonna use this, but I just wanted to put this out here as an idea in certain shapes and stuff. But I will make some little candles out of these two pieces of pottery clay that I made as well from the same resource. For making clay and other products out of the earth, one, if you live in the city, can go to a construction site. You want to make sure you ask permission and make sure it's safe, of course. And usually just a chunk of clay works. You can get a big thing of it, a huge one, and use that. But right now I'm going to use these vessels, and all you have to do is I'm going to pour in the molten or the liquid tallow carefully into the vessel, like so. I'm going to set that aside, and then I've got a smaller one. It's not a very pretty piece, but it works. Art is art. And carefully, gently just pour that in there. And then we can put that aside. And then what I want to do is I want to take my wick, or what I'm going to use as a wick, which is this dogbane cordage here. And I'm just going to cut some lengths of it off. Probably about the same amount. Like so. And then all you really got to do is just take and kind of spiral it in. Stick it in. Okay? And what I'm going to do is put these in the refrigerator for a while. And we can see how the tallow casts once it's become solid. Alright, yeah, it's quite dark in here, and I did that on purpose, so we can light our tallow candles. So here we go, and we just do that. Make sure it takes. And then there's one. Normally it's best to take the wick and drench it in the medium, either the wax or the tallow in this instance, so that it can go ahead and burn properly. But there you go. There's a small candle there. And I see this sort of thing as like being in a cave and blowing, cave paintings of the hunt on the wall of the cave. And somehow all of our ancestors figured this technology out. And yes, this is technology. Light. Portable light. Eggshell. Seashell is the best. Works pretty good. So going to Red Lobster or someplace like that and ordering a oyster platter or whatever and then taking away all the shells, you get funny looks, but they make pretty cool gifts. And you can use paraffin. Paraffin is alright, and you can melt the paraffin down and add some essential oils, some fragrance, some rose or something like that, lavender, and then it gives off a nice scent, and you've got a nice gift. And right now, there you go. That's just gonna burn. That's what it does. And I'm going to light this one. I did not make sure that this dogbane wick is going to light because I didn't drench it. So it's going to take a minute. And you just take your wick and you just run it through the oil. And there you go. There you go. Here's some lights or lanterns made from beef or deer fat. Lights the way in the darkness, especially when you're out in a cold, cold night.